Hi, welcome to Business Line's Green Shift series. I am Ramesh. In a previous video, we had spoken about green credits. Recently, the government came out with rules for green credits, just about last week. In this video, we will take a close look at what the rules are, because in the earlier video, we spoke about what green credits are. By the way, a link to that video is given in the description below. Please do check it out. Are you or your company engaged with any of the following activities? Tree plantation, water management, including water conservation, water harvesting, waste water treatment and use, improving efficiency of water utilization, sustainable agriculture, including soil conservation, adding nutrition to soil, land restoration and regenerative agriculture, waste management, just about anything that aids circular economy, air pollution reduction, mangrove conservation, eco-labeling of goods, sustainable buildings and infrastructure. If you or your organization is engaged in any of these activities, then you can get green credits, which you can trade in the market, sell in the market and make money out of it. What are these green credits? The green credit represent the financial value of the beneficial or positive impact that your activity, one of these 8 activities, bestows upon either the environment or climate. It is meant to be a reward for your climate positive, environment positive activity. You do one of these activities and you will get credits. You trade in the market, you sell the credits in the market. The system is such that there will be some buyers of the credit also, and then you can make money out of it. This is broadly the scheme, and now government is really moving very fast into this, and looks like the government is all getting ready for making a big splash announcement at COP28, which is to happen in the first week of December this year. Now, all this is great. The question is how to get these green credits. The rules concern themselves with this very question. First of all, if your organization is engaged in any of the 8 activities mentioned above, then the first thing that you do is to register your activity with the administrator. Now, who is this administrator? The Indian Council for Forestry Research and Education, based in Dehradun, to be the administrator for this program. When you are confident that your activity has matured for green credits, then you apply for getting the green credits in the form that is prescribed by the rules. Once you apply, then the administrator appoints a designated agency to come to your place and verify the activity. And after the designated agency completes the process of verification, it gives the administrator its report, whereupon the administrator will issue the green credits. Green credits is basically like shares. It is an electronic financial instrument credited to your account, which can be traded in the market. Where would you sell the green credits? Who would be the buyers? All these questions are yet to be answered. The government has said that at the moment, it is up to the administrator to evolve the procedure, basically answer all these questions, and then the administrator will hand it over to the government, whereupon the government will notify all these things. And after that, the program really kicks start. The rules also say that the government will set up a steering committee to oversee the entire activity of this green credit program. What is a steering committee? It is a committee that will be formed by the government. It will comprise officials from key departments. Ministry of Environment will be there, Ministry of Power, Renewable Energy will be there, and other key ministries, officials, top officials from all these ministries will be there. And then there will be experts from outside, from the industry and from the academia. A committee will be formed. This committee is not going to be under the administrator. This committee will have oversight powers. Presumably, it will report to one of the ministries. and it will oversee the smooth running of the green credit program. And the government will also form technical committees. These technical committees will be formed by the government but will report to the administrator. So I know for a fact that at least one committee has been formed, technical committee on tree plantations. And maybe a few others have been formed, but anyway, it is work in progress. It will happen. So you have the rules, you have the administrator, you have the steering committee, and you have technical committees. What needs to be done is for the administrator to name designated DAs, designated authorities, and then form rules for verification and for issuance of green credits, and also establish a platform for trading. Now, this platform could well be one of the energy exchanges, or it could be some other exchange. That's yet to be decided. And then the administrator will also maintain a green credits registry, which will contain all data about all the participants and all the activities, all the credits generated, all the credits traded, and so on. So it will be a sort of a data bank. This is the broad framework that is being evolved now. Now here there are a couple of points to understand and remember. This green credits is a very vast, ambitious program. It is different than the carbon credit trading scheme that is also being brought in now. There are a couple of key differences between the green credits program and the carbon credit trading scheme. For one, this carbon credit trading scheme, as the name suggests, concerns itself only with emission reduction activities. That is, if you reduce 1 ton of carbon dioxide or carbon dioxide equivalent gases, any of the greenhouse gases, if you reduce emissions by 1 ton or you absorb 1 ton of carbon dioxide equivalent, then you will be given 1 credit, which can be traded in the market. But here, it is not about carbon credits at all. It encompasses a variety of activities, 8 that we mentioned now. Others could presumably be added. The second difference between the green credits program and the carbon credits program is that while the carbon credits program is sort of mandatory, the green credits program is entirely voluntary. Now, let me explain this further. In the carbon credit trading scheme, what the government intends to do is to bring in a cap and trade system. That is, for designated industries and consumers, it will say, okay, if you are producing so much cement or so much steel, this is the level of emissions that you are allowed per unit, let's say per ton of cement or per ton of steel, and you have to meet that norm, that limit. But if for some reason you are not able to, then for the shortfall you buy credits from the market. So there is a mandatory mechanism for generating demand for carbon credits, whereas for green credits it's entirely voluntary. That is, if you are engaged in all these programs, you will be generating green credits, but for the demand, it is left to the companies to buy green credits, and there it is not mandatory. At least as of now, it is not. Although it is voluntary, it is expected that many companies will come forward to buy these credits for their own commitments, their own internal commitments. A number of companies would like to be seen as doing something good for the environment and climate. When asked about this, an expert, Vibhuti Garg, who is the Director South Asia of the Institute of Energy, Economics and Financial Analysis, IEEFA, said,
"The green credit scheme is creating a market to monetize the efforts taken on many fronts, which includes water conservation, sustainable agriculture, waste management, air pollution, etc. It will incentivize people as well as institutes to help curb environmental pollution and not only restrict carbon emission reduction. It will act like a cap and trade scheme where you first meet your own target and then excess can be sold in the market. It will further enable industrial decarbonization as well, as there will be a market from which entities that cannot deploy clean solutions at their end because of the high cost can buy these certificates from the market. This will then encourage organizations which are well positioned to meet their own target, but also help other small companies to meet their target. The companies can build this as a source of revenue through sale of excess certificates and can build investor confidence in financing such technologies to protect the environment. It will not tarnish the motivation for voluntary green behavior but rather promote it.
Similarly, when asked about this, Mr. Ravichandran Purushottaman, the president of Danfoss India Limited, which is the Indian arm of Danish company of the same name, had this to say.
The Green Credits program can encourage industries to take actions that generate or buy green credits. For example, the GCP can encourage industries to use green fuels, adopt emission control technologies, implement measures to reduce vehicular emissions, promote waste segregation at source, set up efficient waste collection systems, and promote waste treatment methods like composting and recycling. On demand generation, Mr. Ravichandran Purushottaman said, creating awareness among MSMEs will be key for success. Many large companies may take full advantage of the scheme, but the fortune lies in the bottom of the pyramid. This program will create more impact if deployed at the panchayat level.
Needless to say that this green credits program is a very welcome initiative. Look at the benefits of it. If you are a NGO, you don't have to depend upon donations for money. This program can generate money for you. If you are a farmer producer organization, again, you can bring in sustainable agriculture. You can earn green credits and that will help you run your FPO. On the other side, it is likely to have a hugely beneficial impact on the environment as well as climate. How this will pan out in future, we do not know, but the expectation is that this will be a sort of a precedent-setting move for other countries to follow.